Welcome back to another Land Cruiser project video. We are putting this Troopy body onto an 80 series Land Cruiser chassis, and we're powering it with the 100 series Land Cruiser V8 engine. The goal of this project is to build a North American friendly and serviceable 70 series Land Cruiser. This is what we've accomplished in the project so far. I am very excited right now. I finally got the welder all wired up, got the gas bottle connected to the welder. I am good to go on this welder, which means I can start fabricating on this frame, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. First, there's another job that I need the welder for that's happening right now, and I will show you what that is. This job is to fabricate these arms that will hold the Troopy body up while I can roll the wooden pallet out from underneath. Once that wooden pallet is out from underneath, I can roll the chassis here under the vehicle, and I can start measuring it for body mounts and the extension on that chassis. With this trailer jack here, I'm going to weld an arm that comes up, and then it's going to bolt into the side of the Land Cruiser body here. And where it's going to bolt is the door bolt, and then the back is going to have to be a little different. I'm pretty confident that it will work because I actually am a big fan of Toyota World Runners. I miss those guys, and I'm so sorry about what happened to them. But I used to watch their build series on that Chinook, and it really inspired me. And this is what they used to hold that body of the Chinook up while they rolled their 80 series chassis underneath. They used these trailer jacks, and they used these custom fabricated arms, and they bolted it to the door bolts in the body. And I think that was such a great idea, and I'm gonna try to replicate it.
If you grab the other side.
We're gonna go right down on that piece of wood right there to your right. a big moment here. I just finished welding up these arms to hold the body, and then I got my rear bar that's going to slide underneath the rear between the arches. That is all welded up to those set of jacks. I think we could do it tonight.
You see here, kid, you gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't?
You and me doing the restart. Ready?
Yeah. Say one.
Okay, let's go, let's do 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, look what you move.
Okay, let's do another 5.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go do another 5. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 10. Okay, I'm coming off of this board here. Are you? Okay, we're off the back here. 8, 9, 10.
I think the whole thing's moving now. Oh yeah.
Oh!
That scared me.
Well, it's up on the arms. The wooden dolly underneath is completely free, and I can roll it out from underneath. So I think that's my next step. But I'm looking at these arms just to see how everything's supporting the body, and the welds look good, the jacks look good, so I'm pleased. It's going to be sitting up on these arms for the next little while we cut and measure the chassis, so that's why I had to get that done first. But yeah, it's a big moment here. Let's roll that wooden thing out from underneath and roll this chassis underneath the Troopy body. It's great to have that wooden pallet gone, but I'm going to have a problem here because the shock towers are too tall to slip underneath the body. So I'm gonna have to come up with something creative on that one. Let's see if I can figure something out here. I'm gonna have to take the front springs out. So the next stage in this Land Cruiser build will be to get the front clip assembled. Things like the hood, the fenders, those inner aprons and splash guards and the grille, and get all of that kind of bolted up. So in order to take some measurements for this frame extension and make sure that the wheel hubs are sitting in the center of the wheel arches, I need to assemble the wheel arches. I have this little printout here that I made, and it's basically all of the pieces in the front end of this Troopy and how they all go together, and all of the little tiny pieces and components that I'm going to need to gather, because it didn't come with all of this stuff. It came with a few things like the fenders and the grille, but some of the smaller plastic components and the inside of the fenders, it came with the outside of the fenders, but the inside, the actual structural components of the fenders, it didn't come with that stuff, nor any of the hardware like bolts, washers, nuts, all of that stuff. So I'm going through this diagram here, and I'm kind of picking out all of the pieces that I need to gather. That leads me to my next point, which is how ridiculous it is to buy factory hardware like these nuts and bolts. If I went through here and I found every nut and bolt and I put it in the shopping cart, not only would that take so much time, but it costs a lot. You would be shocked at how much factory nuts and bolts and other hardware costs. So I'm going to do a bit of a cheat code here, and what I'm going to do is take a little ride over to our local junkyard where they have some of these old Toyotas kicking around. And what I'm going to do is go and strip the bolts out of those Toyotas, things like Tundras and 4Runners and Tacomas and those kind of SUVs, because believe it or not, they use the same hardware. So like I said, I'm going to my local junkyard and I'm going to do some bolt picking. I'm going to strip down some of these trucks and just take interior bolts, exterior bolts, and front end bolts, just to have a big bag of hardware that I can use to assemble all of this stuff. Next stop is the junkyard.
There's something about walking into a junkyard that hits you right away. It's a feeling that's hard to describe. The silence and the rows upon rows of vehicle carnage. The feeling that everything here once ran and carried lots of people back and forth to their destinations over the years. It's a bit of history in a way. You're surrounded by what most people would write off as scrap. But if you slow down and actually look, there's a different story being told here. This isn't just junk, it's inventory. This place is basically a parts store without a front counter. You just have to be willing to dig for it. And that's kind of half the fun. So let's go get some bolts.
If you like our videos and you would like to help support the channel and this project, hop on over to our website and check out our t-shirts that we make. They're a lot of fun and they help support projects like these. There's a link in the video description.